How's it going, guys? Boy in a Scanner back with another video. I had a question on a video about muffled, hard to hear simulcast transmissions. So they had a hard time, they were garbled and whatnot. So I'm going to show you a couple things on the scanner. We got the SDS100 here and what I've done to kind of mitigate that. I've never really had a lot of issues, but there are some things that you can try. First off being, if you're in a area where there's a lot of electrical interference, you know, under power lines, electrical stations, your house isn't properly grounded, etc., those can have an issue. Those can play an issue on that as well. So keep that in mind, as well as the antenna. I use the Rimtronics for this, for digital simulcast transmissions and systems. And that's been working great. So one of the first things you can do is, you know, move around and see if it changes. But here we're going to dive into some things on the menu that might help you guys out. So a lot of people will use this scanner by going into the menu and then setting their location and then, you know, setting the range, and then they'll set it really high, like 50 miles. And then what they'll do is they'll go into select service types, and then they'll turn a bunch of stuff on. So they'll have business on, you know, aircraft, all kinds of things on. Right now I just have what I know is digital around this area on for the full system, the full database. So just EMS and stuff. But one of the first things that can go wrong is a big range and too many different systems trying to be pulled into the scanner. Okay, so if you're just listening to, if you just want to listen to law, just turn on law and test that out and see if it changes. And do some testing with the service types. Another thing that you can do when you're using the full system with the zip code features, go into the settings here in the main menu, and then come down here to the global auto filter. And I like the wide invert, has the best signal for me. This works best for digital simulcast systems. So check that, the global auto filter. You can scroll through these, test those as well. Okay, so see what works best for you, see if it changes, and do all these steps one at a time to see what works. Like I said, wide invert seems to work best across the board for all digital systems. The other thing is programming. I recommend, like we talked about in another video I did, I'm recording this the day after, but yesterday I recorded a video programming P25 system for a favorites list. So if I go to manage favorites, and I can, you know, come in here to this favorites list that I programmed on a video yesterday, I can actually come in here and review edit system, and it's going to load the system. And what I like about this is it's easy to dial in exactly what you're listening to. So once we're in here, we can go to edit site, and then I can actually change the filter for this specific system. So I have this set to wide invert. It's a P25 system, and it sounds perfect. And I'm not getting garbled transmissions or anything, and I know I'm within the range, because if you look on radio reference, you can usually see a map with a circle, and if you're in that area, you should be totally fine. So that's, again, you know, the range issue. I don't program really range or latitude, longitude, GPS data into my favorites list. I just know if I'm in that area that I can listen to it. You can do that if you want, but a lot of times when people program that, what I've run into is when you program that data in there, you'll get a no, you know, nothing to scan error. So, but that's the nice thing about programming your own favorites list, and this is why I do this kind of manually on the scanner, is to be able to program these sites individually. So if you want to listen to police or fire department in a specific area, create a favorites list that's super simple. And I'll be doing more videos on this, but those are a couple things that you can try to see if it, you know, if you get that garble and that muffled sound out of your system. Again, I use the Rimtronics for digital systems. This is the best antenna that I've found for digital simulcast systems. Your location might matter as well. Like I said, if there's a lot of electrical interference, that might have something to do with it. And again, check your service types. Make sure you don't have everything turned on inside of the service types. You know, for this favorites list here, I only have fire and PD. So it's loading the full database right now. We don't want to do that. But so for that favorites list, I only have the service types, police dispatch and fire dispatch. So that's another issue that might come up. So thank you for the comment. Let me know if you guys have found any solutions or have any recommendations down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and thanks for the comment on this. And hopefully this video helps you guys figure out what's going on with your reception on your scanner. Like I said, all mine have been pretty crystal clear. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Cheers.